What's up, guys? It's your girl Matt Cox, and it is almost 10 o'clock at night, and I am beyond tired. I mean, I'm wiped out from today, from this whole week and whatnot. I am exhausted. I am hungry. I'm tired, but I definitely wanted to come in and do these days because I would have forgotten everything. Even though I'm jotting down stuff, even though I am trying to remember that I would forget. So it's best for me to just come at the end of the night and talk to you guys. What I like about this is you kind of are getting the day to day. And if anybody ever wanted to do this, they would kind of know what to expect because I feel like I'm really trying to do a lot of the things. I'm taking the classes, a lot is happening. So let's see. I am going to talk about all the things that I did today or tried to do. So I didn't get up super duper duper early. I woke up a little bit later because my first anything wasn't until 12, but I wanted to walk the floor. I wanted to see what was going on. I wanted to do some shopping. Oh, I should have brought some stuff so I could have shown you guys my haul. Maybe we'll do that on a separate video. The big lecture was today with Latifa Safir, and that started at 12. So I got there early. I ran into some people I know. I started talking. Once I start talking, guys, it's a wrap. Like, I'm not going to be able to get to all the things. It throws me off. I'm too busy doing the talking. So we talked for a good while, had lovely quilty conversations. Then we all went to the main floor, and we were kind of walking around and talking and looking at things and touching the things. I didn't actually go back through the quilts, which is unfortunate because I still haven't seen them myself. I really have only seen them through the eyes of the vlog. Um, I was trying to shop and I was talking to shop owners and that kind of thing today, which kept me on my feet for a bit. But Latifa's talk started at 12:15. The topic was finding my creative identity, standing tall as a quilter. It was packed, but I guess it should be. She was the keynote speaker and she had a lot to say. She was going today and it was lovely. And people were so inspired and boo hooing in there. I mean, she rocked everybody's world. So good for her. So that talk lasted from 12:15 to 1:45, and it was good. After that, I was trying to go to the do something creative every day. I don't know how I missed it, but I did. And that was actually in the back of the exhibit hall. And I thought, okay, this will be great. And I don't know how I just somehow I know how I missed it. It was during Latifa's talk, so everybody missed it. It didn't start until 1 o'clock and it ended at 1:30. So I couldn't do both of those. After Latifa's talk, it was how to draw quilting plans. I was so excited for that. I was like, yeah, how to draw quilting plans. In my mind, I was thinking they were going to kind of go over, I don't know how I got here, but I was thinking that they were going to be talking about like how to plan for a quilt, like how to plan to finish it quick, that kind of thing. Very excited. No, it was a free motion class, which makes sense. I just totally missed it. So I started that one and I was like, "Ooh, I'm going to throw up my finger and I'm just going to tiptoe out." Shout out to the people who know who know what that is. But anyway, I tiptoed out of that one because I don't free motion quilt. I quilt, but I do a lot of what she was talking about, as far as mapping it out and that kind of thing. So I did that for a moment and then I went back to the quilt floor. Then after that, I was trying to see the unique sewing furniture, but the guy never showed up. Whomever was going to do the talk, I never actually saw them. And I thought, well, shoot. So I went back on the floor, shopped some more. At this point, I haven't eaten. I'm starving. I never stop to eat. If the quilting things are happening, we're not going to stop to eat, but I was starving. I hadn't eaten breakfast. It was about 2 or 3 o'clock. I mean, it was later in the day. I was like, let me just run up here real quick because I knew for sure that I wasn't going to miss the talk at 4:30 with Sarah Ruiz. And I knew for sure that I had a class at 6. So I had to go. I couldn't stand on my feet any longer. So I'm starving. I'm looking a hot mess. I'm running through the court, like the food court at the convention center. Now you guys know food at a convention center is not going to be the best. So I'm looking at my options. They are few and far between. I settled on something called Asian fusion food. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, oh, please just let it stay down. Like, please. So I'm like, how does this even work? So I'm getting the food and I go to sit down. I literally stopped and like stopped. And I was like, what am I seeing right now? Who? They're in the back. I'm in the back because I'm just trying to eat. I'm hungry. It was none other than Jenny Doan and her family. And if you hear Jenny Doan's voice, you know who it is. And I was taking the seat that was right next to her because I'm hungry and I wasn't quite sure. It was like a moment. I wasn't sure what to do. Like, can I sit here? I was looking for security and stuff. Like, can I sit next to Jenny Doe? Is that allowed? She was there with Natalie. She was there with Misty. And she was there with another I want to say Lisa. Oh, I can't remember the other lady's name. That's terrible. But I was in shock. I said, huh. Sat down and you had to say something. I mean, it would have been rude not to. So I spoke to Jenny Doan and I spoke to her family and we chatted for quite a bit of time as I am trying not to spill all the food on my large bosom. Like, come on. It was just such a me moment. It's funny because the same thing happened the day before with Roderick Kirikoff. Like, just kind of happened to be in the right place at the right time. Super random though. I was like, does anybody know you guys are here? I feel like you guys would be the talk of the town. They're like, no, we're just here coming to observe the show. And we didn't tell anybody. We're just observers. We're just, here to enjoy the show. Well, go ahead then with y'all bad selves because they look really good in person. Like, they look good. They look healthy. They look strong, like quilty strong. It was a shocker. Shocked the crap out of me. And I was by myself. And again, very, very hungry. So I scarfed down the rest of my food and I went to go see Sarah Ruiz 100 something in 100 days. If you guys have been following me anytime, you guys know that I did 100 blocks. I can't remember. It was 100 blocks that were supposed to be in 100 days. And it was roughly about that. I finished it before the holidays. So maybe it was, I don't know. I did it in about 100 days. I want to do another one. She just makes you want to do them. If you guys probably know her from her postcards that she did, which blew her up. She was telling everybody if it hadn't been for that postcard project, she probably wouldn't have been doing that talk because that's how we all kind of know her. She's got one going on right now, which is really interesting. She's doing tiny pieces of art. And I like that she's not limiting herself to just fabric because 100-day projects, I've tried to do them before and I had never finished one other than that quilt. But what it does is if you are ever in a creative block, people ask me like, how do you come up with ideas and how do you get out of a creative funk? It's really weird what 100-day project will do. I had never finished them before, but that's because by the time I get to like day 15, my mind is clear and I'm going every other direction. It's like, oh my goodness, I want to try this. I can't explain it, but if you're ever in a creative funk and you don't know what to do, I used to do the ICAD. It was an index card a day, ICAD. And that's where I started my first 100-day project. Then after I saw Sarah Ruiz's, I don't think I was doing postcards before I can't remember how that worked. But once I saw her postcards, I was like, oh, and I was following along and I was enjoying them. I've actually done quite a few postcards. Most recently, I've done the Encanto Disney themed postcards. I have the princess postcards. I love postcards too, which is probably why I love Sarah Ruiz. Watching her was great. I just enjoyed her. She was so inspirational. She was so good. I suggest if you get a chance to see her speak, you should. She's an engineer for aerospace and she's just so cool. Like, how cool are you? So I did that and then I was getting ready for my class. Now, my class was with Cheryl Brickey and it was EQ8, which is Electric Quilt 8, which is a design software. So expect for me at some point to start designing quilts. It's coming. I've got a couple of ideas of things and blah, 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 but I didn't know how to use the software. And I figured a great place to start would be in this class. So the issue with this class was not her. It was nothing except for the fact that I was tired. We were all tired. She was tired, but she didn't seem tired. But it's the class started at 6 and ended at 9. Whew, room service. Hold on one second. I can't believe you guys waited for me to come back from grabbing room service because I haven't eaten. But like I was saying, no issue with the class. It was just late and I was tired and I wanted to be, there, like ready. And I just felt like I wasn't firing on all my cylinders. I should have eaten probably right before. I don't know. It's late. So keep that in mind. If you're taking a class from 6 to 9, prepare for that. Also, I should have kept snacks. And my girlfriend was telling me, she was like, there's a drugstore right around the corner. I should have loaded up on water because the water at my hotel is $5 whole. So random. But I should have just keep snacks. It's long days. You're at a convention center, so the food is what it is. Snacks would have saved my life today. Although, had I had snacks, I probably would not have met Jenny Doan and family today. But you get what you get, you don't throw a fit. But if you're planning for a QuiltCon, water, snacks, keep them in your bag. Also, be sure to check out the registration area because I didn't know that they had this. I didn't know that they had this board, and the board allows you to sell, trade your classes. So, say you got a class and you don't want it anymore, you could totally sell it to somebody else. So they have these cards that you fill out and you can exchange your class with somebody. I think that is so cool because how many times have we heard people say, I couldn't get into the class that I want? You might be able to catch an opportunity like that, or you might have overspent, or you might, for whatever reason, want to give up a class and they let you do that. And it's all on this board. So people are going and looking at this board. And I totally would have missed it if it wasn't for my new best friend, I swear. I love quilty people. That was great. I also met the best lady ever. Got her card today. Orange Blossom Designs. Her name is Laura. Coolest person ever. A lot of times I find that when you're trying to find information, you don't know where to go. You don't know who you can trust. You don't know who will actually give you good information. And she was just a bucket full of information today. And she was so willing to share. And I appreciate her. So if you guys get a chance, check out Orange Blossom Quilt Design Studio. She's got some really cool stuff upcoming. She's been doing this for a long time. She's friendly, and she gave me some of the best customer service and advice that I have received thus far. And so I'm looking forward to working with, for, around her. Again, that is Orange Blossom Quilt Design Studio. Oh, and her husband was great. I had a good time today. I got a chance to talk to Adam from Handy Quilter or Connecting Threads, depending upon where you see him. He and I had a great chat today. Got a chance to see Latifa for a few seconds. Who else did I talk to? Social Justice Academy. Got a chance to chat with them today. Awesome, super cool projects. They have some really cool charity projects that are happening, and I definitely want to be sure to do some more charity projects. I have for the past couple of years tried to donate to Miriam's House, which allows people who are recovering to keep their kids with them and recover. And that's one of the only places where you can recover with your children in the house too. So I like them, but I wanted to add more. And so I think I'm really going to make a point to pick out a couple of projects that I can do And I'll share with you guys, of course, which projects I do decide to do and where I will be donating my quilting goodness. And there's room service again. So I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast. I hope you guys took away something. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock, I'm doing a walkthrough. We're going to walk through the whole show one more time before I hop on a plane. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.